Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Lauren. If you're new here, today I'm really excited because I just decided to sit down and play with makeup, and I really love the look that I came up with. My goal today was to come up with a look that was going to be perfect to transition from summer into fall. I of course am totally basic and love all things fall, but I'm not quite ready to let go of summer yet, I don't think. So for today's look, I kind of wanted to do a combination of the two. So for the eyes, I did, a really bright inner corner, but then also started to do a little bit more vampy on the outer V. And then with the lips here, I went a little bit more on the darker side, but you could totally play it up and, go really vampy or just do a light gloss that would be perfect for the summertime. So if you want to see how I got this look, just keep on watching. So to start off this look, I went in with my Essence Fresh and Fit Awake Primer. I already carved out my brows as well using my Anastasia Dip Brow in the shade Taupe. And then I carved out my brows using the Nars Matte Complete Concealer in the shade Vanilla. Then also after I carved them out with the concealer, I did go ahead and set my lids using the Tarte Shape Tape Setting Powder. So I think I'm going to be using two different palettes today. I want to keep this look kind of a combination of drugstore and high-end. I didn't want to necessarily box myself into, one type of range. And I know most of us have got, a variety of things in our collection that we like to use on an everyday basis. And because I want to make this look kind of a transitional look from summer to fall, I really want to start bringing in some of those warmer colors. And I actually went digging back into my makeup drawer to pull out a palette that I have not used in a while. So this is the e.l.f. Modern Metals palette. So as you can see, it's got some great tones for fall, a lot of warmer shades, but it's a good combination of matte and shimmers. So what I'm going to do to start off my transition, I'm going to go in with this little matte brown shade here. To start that off, I'm going to be using this fluffy crease brush from Essence and just start blending that out. So as you can see, these shadows have some really good color payoff. So the next shade I'm going to use to just continue to deepen up that crease a little more is kind of this terracotta shade right next to that brown one. Same brush. So far the colors I have on my eyes are pretty warm, so they're perfect for summer, but they're also, still into that fall kind of color tone range. But to kind of make this a little bit more appropriate for fall, I'm going to go into this purple shade on the end here, because I think that oranges, warm tones, purples, like olive greens are all great shades for fall. So I'm going to take this little fluffy brush and I'm going to pack this onto the outer V. Okay, so I built up that color a bit, but now I'm going to go back in with that crease brush and go in with that brown tone that we started with, kind of soften up the edges. Now I'm going to start working on the inner corner of the eye. And because this is still a look that I want to be appropriate for the summertime, I want to keep it really bright and fun as well. So I think what I'm actually going to do is go in with a cut crease. And to start that, I'm going to use my Too Faced Born This Way concealer. Take a little bit of this on the back of my hand, just like that. You don't need a whole lot. I'm going to take a flat shader brush and start carving out the crease. So now we've cut the crease, and remember, it doesn't have to be completely perfect. We're going to go back in and blend all the edges out. So what I'm going to do now for where we put the concealer, and I just cleaned off that same brush I used for the concealer, I'm going to go into my Huda Beauty Neon Obsessions palette, and I'm going to go in with this light orange shade right in the center here. I'm going to pack that onto the lid everywhere we put the concealer. So now we've got that orange on that lid, and I know it's really bright, but we're going to tone it down. We're going to build up the crease a little bit more and blend everything together. So to tone it down just a tiny bit on the orange, I'm going to go in with this light pearl shade on the end of the e.l.f. palette, and I am going to pack that over where we just put that bright orange. Now we've toned down the orange a little bit, but now I'm going to go back into the brown shade here and build up that crease again and blend up and soften those edges. Now I'm just taking that terracotta shade again and kind of blending where those two shades meet. Now, since we've kind of lost some of that purple shade, I'm going to go back into that and buff some more of that into the outer V. Okay, so this is where we're at in the eye look thus far for the top of the eye. So right now I'm going to go in with some liner and some mascara, and I think I'm actually going to pop some lashes on, and I'll be right back. So now the liner and lashes are on. Just in case you were wondering, I did use my NYX matte liquid liner. I also did a little bit of tight lining on the top lash line, just with a, you know, a black eyeliner, pencil eyeliner, and then for the lashes I use the Kiss lashes in the style Poise. Now for the face, as I had said in the beginning, I did already go ahead and do my primer. I used the Essence primer. So now for the foundation, I think I'm going to use one of my favorites from the drugstore. This is the e.l.f. Flawless Finish Foundation, and I have mine in the shade Natural, and I do believe they actually just expanded the shade range of this foundation. So if you've been wanting to test it out, but you know, we're having a hard time getting a shade match, I would recommend, you know, going back to Walmart and checking out the new shades. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use my Morphe sponge and blend this in. For concealer, I'm just going to use the same one that I used to cut the crease. This is, again, the Too Faced Born This Way concealer, and I have mine in the shade Swan. Next, I'm going to set all that again with the Tarte Shape Tape setting powder. I'm just going to use a small tapered brush from e.l.f. to do that. Next, we most certainly need to get some color back into this face, so I'm going to be using the Milani Luminoso blush. Beautiful peachy tone, so I think it's going to be perfect for summer or fall. For my bronzer, I'm going to be using the Neutrogena Healthy Skin Blends. This is in the shade 30 Sunkissed. And then for my highlight, I'm going to be using one of my favorites. This is the Anastasia Amrezy highlighter. It's a beautiful champagne gold shade. I absolutely love it for the summertime on bronze skin, but I think it's going to be absolutely perfect for fall time as well, because I think I just, you know, love the gold warm tones for fall, just like I love them for summer. So now I think we're ready to go ahead and finish up the eyes. Really quickly, I'm just going to take my black eyeliner and I'm going to tight line or do my waterline on the bottom lashes. Next, I'm going to take this pencil brush from e.l.f., go back into that e.l.f. palette, and I'm going to do, I think, a little combination of the brown and terracotta shades we did in the transition, or in the crease. Next, just to kind of mirror the upper lid, I just want to do a little bit of that purple shade right on the outside, kind of connecting it to the top. Okay, so really quickly, I did just do some lower lash mascara, but to finish up the eyes, I'm going to go back into the Anastasia Amrezy highlighter, and I'm going to put a little bit of this onto the inner corner and also the brow bone to highlight. Okay, so I think all we need to do for this look is the lips. So I'm going to take my Charlotte Tilbury Iconic Nude Lip Liner. So now this lip liner is a little bit darker on my skin tone, so I feel like it's going to be perfect for fall. If you want to take this more into the fall direction, it's going to give you a little bit more of a vampy vibe. But what I'm actually going to do right now to lighten it up some, I'm going to use my NYX Butter Gloss in this shade, what is this, Fortune Cookie? Yes, Fortune Cookie, and kind of lighten it up a bit. So now I feel like I took this a little bit more to the fall side with the lips, but if you wanted to keep it a little bit brighter for summertime, I think you could go ahead with just the lip gloss and it would be absolutely gorgeous. Okay guys, so here is the finished look. I'm really happy with how it turned out. I love the idea of transitioning a look from summer into fall time, because if you live in an area like I live, you know, the weather can kind of be a little iffy. You know, you're in fall one day, you're in summer the next day, but you know, we all just love the fall season, so I was definitely excited to, you know, start dabbling into those darker, warmer tones. I really feel like the eye look could go either way, because we do have that bright orange on the inner corner, but we've got kind of the deeper terracotta and purples on the outer V. And then also with the lip, I feel like the lip can really change, you know, any kind of look. You know, if you want to go a little bit darker, vampier, or a little, you know, brighter, lighter, glossy for the summertime, you know, however you want to play up the look. But I think that's going to be it for this video today. Please don't forget to give this video a like if you're excited for the fall time, and leave me a comment down below. And actually let me know if you're excited for fall or if you're not ready for summer to be over. But I hope you guys will hit that subscribe button down below as well, and also that notification bell so you know every time I upload a new video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope I see you in the next one.